Hello, today we're going to talk more about evaluating a function. Let's take a look at this function in equation form. As we learned from our investigation yesterday, this function would be considered a linear function because it has x to the power of 1. Let's go and talk about evaluating this function. In order to evaluate it, we need a value of x to go in so that we can figure out the y value that comes out. Today we're going to be exploring something called function notation. Instead of using y for our output, we're going to rewrite y as a function of x, or f of x. In function notation, we don't use y as our variable, we use f of x, or better known as a function of x. If we want to evaluate our function, we would put a value in our parentheses for x that we wanted to evaluate for. So I'm going to replace my x value with the number 4. This means I want to evaluate this function when x is 4. So I'm going to rewrite my expression putting in place of x the value 4. Now let's evaluate for f of x. Negative 5 times 4 is 20, and 20 plus 3 is 23. So when x is 4, f of x is 23. Let's take a look at a more challenging function. We have y equals x squared plus 2x minus 1. As per our investigation yesterday, this would be considered a nonlinear function because our highest exponent value is to the power of 2. As you can see, I've gone ahead and rewritten this in function notation. Let's take a look at what's inside the parentheses to see for what value of x we need to evaluate. We have a negative 2, so we're going to evaluate this function when x is negative 2. Let's do a rewrite. Let's go ahead and evaluate for x being negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 minus 1. 4 plus negative 4 is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Therefore, when x is negative 2, f of x would be negative 1. I hope you enjoyed this lesson on evaluating functions and using function notation. See you tomorrow.